Tasha Gray, the Executive Director of Simon House, and Amy Smith from Evergreen. How are you all doing?
We're great. We're great this morning. It's Monday.
Yeah, it is Monday. It is. We're getting this week started off. Do you all mind if we break right in and just ask you about some Olympics thoughts? Have you got any favorite athletes? I'm going to ease you in here.
I told Tasha, one of the best things for me was we saw Celine Dion after she's been ill.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, in the opening. Yeah.
Which was very nice, I thought. And how about you?
I like Simone Biles.
Yeah.
That's my person. But I didn't get to watch the opening ceremony, so I'm a little out on the loop, except Celine Dion. So
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and they're worth checking out if you can find some highlights. I guess they're long too, right? They're longer than I remember them
very
being.
long.
They were kind of cutting in and out.
Yeah.
It was quite a long presentation. It was a
show.
huge show. Yeah.
But let's talk Simon House.
Yeah. So Tasha, we'll talk in a second about we've got our lovely tea party decorations here hanging out, and then we'll talk about the tea party here in a second. But let's talk about Simon House overall, if you don't mind,
okay.
just for a little bit. We'll talk about maybe what's like your mission, and then what are your goals, and just remind people a little bit about what Simon House does and who you guys help.
Okay, so my name's Tasha Gray. I'm the Executive Director of Simon House. We have been in operation for almost 40 years. We provide emergency shelter to families with children and expectant mothers. We used to have another program where we had a shelter for individuals. We could house 16 of them, but we had to close that in the end of May. So now we just have the house on Campbell Street where we house the families, but we also have a community service program that's really big in the community. We do different events. We are always out there trying to help our community members with resources.
Yeah. So. It's so important. Tasha and our dear friends, I'm so proud of her new job, her new role as the executive director. And we're relatively new friends, but I retired from Kentucky Housing Corporation, where I worked in affordable housing for 25 years. And there's nothing more important in a community than helping people in emergency situations stabilize and then hopefully move into something that's even more stabilizing, like a home.
Yeah.
Something that we take for granted. Simon House is a lovely partner in that.
So before we get to the tea party, it is a fundraiser for Simon House, along with a couple of other events that we'll talk about too. But I think it's good to. I was reading a little bit in the State Journal article that they did with you not too long ago. But it mentioned where some of the money from partnerships and donations and fundraisers, where that kind of goes. Do you mind to share some of that a little bit?
So the money goes directly back into us giving to the community. So all of the money and donations, volunteer time, all of it is to run Simon House, so we can then pass it on to our clients in the community and in our shelter. We have a Bombas partnership, which it took a long time to get, but I'm really proud of that. So we help our clients, but we also give out the Bombas socks to everybody in the community. We gave some to KSU. So we have different partnerships, and the community really comes together and helps us give back to the community.
Yeah, it provides those essentials, right? Yeah,
to help prevent homelessness. So we try to combat homelessness, but we also try to prevent it by giving out essential items, clothing, food, hygiene, cleaning products, household items. Sometimes people call and they have a brand new apartment, but they don't have any money to get anything. So we can help them get started and get on their feet.
It's amazing. We mentioned a couple of times that an upcoming fundraiser is the Summer Tea Party coming on August 8th. Amy, tell us a little bit more about it, right? It's at the Evergreen.
Yeah, if you're familiar with the Evergreen at all, you know we do private teas, and we did one at Galentine's. It was a lot of fun. People came in and did a tea and a craft. So Tasha's modeled this one after that. You'll come in, and for your donation on the lowest level ticket, you'll get the tea at the Evergreen, and then you'll make a floral craft. Tasha's got an example of one today that she's made for us. But the teas are just lovely. It's just an old habit that people don't do much anymore. It's very hard to find a tea room that'll serve you tea, and ours is not a traditional English tea. So if you've gone to London or somewhere where you would have had a tea, it's similar but not exact. So we do a savory course, a scone course, and a dessert course, and then we of course have tea. And then ours we serve it's like a sparkling cider in the fall, but we also mix other flavors. So we've got strawberry spritzer for you today to try. And
oh, cool.
It's just a lot of fun. A lot of the ladies will dress up like it's a tea party, so they'll get to wear fancy clothes and their gloves and their hats if they like. It's a lovely thing for men to gift their wives or their mothers or a daughter. Little girls love teas. We have a lot of fun doing them. We just want people to gather at the Evergreen, and it's a great partnership for Tasha and I to support Simon House with the tea.
Yeah, and so you guys encourage guests to bring some artificial flowers, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So I actually brought one just so people can see what they can look like, what you can make when you come here. You can bring your own flowers, but we'll also have flowers there in case someone forgets. We'll be able to help them with
but encourage them to bring your own.
Yeah, and then you can kind of trade them with each other. Maybe Amy brought something that I want a little bit of those pink roses. You can, trade. And
it's a community effort.
Yeah.
Tasha really wanted people to have a takeaway to remember they were at the first annual Simon House Tea. And I think it's lovely to have a floral arrangement that you can keep and have a little memory attached to it. It's exactly what we do at the Evergreen.
And you already sort of spoke to this earlier about how nice it is to have partnerships like this with such an important organization like Simon House, and I think that's just really awesome.
Yeah, I think it's what we're supposed to do, right? When you have everything you need, you build a bigger table, not a wall. And Tasha's awesome about that. And we are both part of the Women in Networking group at the Chamber, and the Chamber has sponsored a room at Simon House just recently. So we'll all be donating money, but also it buys sheets and pillowcases. Tell us what it provides at the
So you can pick a room, and you will buy all the things for that room and have it adopted by your group, which we had the win. So we went in and we bought all the stuff to furnish the bathroom, like towels and mats and toothbrush holders, all of that. And then that room has a sign that says adopted by, and so each room is different, but it helps give clients, when they come in, a lot of times they're living on the streets or in their cars, and it's nice to have towels that's just yours, nice clean towels, a nice rug to get out of the bathtub with. Those are things people don't think about, and so we've made those more accessible for our clients so they can feel like this isn't just a shelter, but for the time being it's your home.
It adds that level of comfort, right? And safety. So folks can get, again, it's August the 8th at 6 p.m. And that's a Saturday?
That's a Thursday.
A Thursday, I'm so sorry.
It's a Thursday.
And we've got the QR code there too that people can hit on our screen if they want more info from that.
We thought weekends are so busy, and Tasha had the great idea of let's just do a Thursday night when people get off work. They can come on out. It's not maybe a normal time for a tea, but we're going to make it fun.
Can't wait to the weekend.
And folks can get tickets at Eventbrite, is that right? And then I know you guys have a Facebook page as well that probably has a link. I know there's an event page on Facebook.
Yes, there's a link for them too. Or you can go to Eventbrite and search Simon House in the Evergreen.
Awesome.
Zach, maybe we should try this spritzer while
you all. This is the strawberry.
Nice. Thank you so much.
Lots of different flavors, but sometimes people like the tea, but it's hot.
No, we won't
get
fired for trying this, will we? There's no.
It's non-alcoholic.
I already downed it. I was already drinking. Whichever way you answer, I'm already drinking.
But then I'm going to pass the bourbon ball brownies, which are one of our most popular. And so they're not non-alcoholic, but there's very little in there. And if you've had a bourbon ball, which I assume you're from Kentucky, you've had a bourbon ball. This is one thing we love on our menu. People love it too.
Good too. It's kind of like a brownie almost.
It's a brownie, and then it's got the bourbon ball filling and a little sea salt and a pecan. So you're going to see some of this on our trays. You've got a chess bar today, and you've got a little piece of quiche and our sausage balls, and then our Clifty Farm ham and biscuits, a mini size. We serve ham and biscuits and the sausage balls with apple butter. So if you've never tried that, it's a combo we use at the Evergreen when you order off the cafe menu. It's great.
Wow.
Yeah.
Would there be some pineapple juice in the strawberry spritzer?
Not today, but if you'd like it, we
Okay.
make a spritzer out of just about
I'm trying to put my
everything.
finger on it, but it's really good. It's really good.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
it's so good. And the bourbon ball is delicious too. Tasha, tell us about. There's actually a couple other events going on. There's one coming up in a couple of days. The prime rib dinner is a fundraiser with the Elks Lodge.
Yeah, so we partner with the Elks Lodge. It was $25 a plate. I'm happy to say that we actually sold out.
Whoa!
So we did a really good job on getting that out there. And then after the prime rib, we have the summer tea, which is in August. And then September, we are having our resource fair. Last year, we had over 250 attendees, 27 vendors, 21 donors. It was a huge event for the community, and we made sure to have a children's section so the children could play while the parents learned about valuable resources. So we want everybody to come out, but I also need vendors.
Right.
I'm looking for people to set up that, you know, you want to do a kids activity, or if you have a resource that you would like to share with the community, that would be great. And I'm also looking for barbers and hairdressers that will help give out haircuts. We did it last year, and it was amazing. We had one woman get her haircut right before she had a job interview. We had another child that had never had a haircut and wasn't really comfortable in that setting.
Right.
And so where we had it off to the side, they were able to get their haircut without the extra stress. So it was a really needed resource that I hadn't really thought about. And so this year I want to have even more people cut hair for me. If you can donate just an hour, that would be perfect. I don't ask you to sit there the whole day, but if you could come out for an hour and help, it really does change people's lives more than you know. Just a haircut.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
it's such a great chance to, a lot of, normally we think about donating and that being through money and funds, but when you can donate your time and your skills that other people don't have, it's a great opportunity.
But yeah, we're really looking forward to it. And then after September, the resource fair will also have a trunk or treat. So we have something lined up for the rest of the year. We're really out in the community right now.
That's awesome. Yeah, and I saw there was I guess it was over the past weekend, right, with Completely Kentucky. They had a sort of donating portions of their funds for the weekend went to Simon House and some other things like that.
Yeah, so we did the summer concert series.
That's right.
And so we got to sit a table outside of Completely Kentucky. Our leadership classmate, Hermelin, works there, and she helped get us a table there. And so 20% of their sales came to us, but we were also able to sell some of the stuff that we have for fundraising. We did really well, and we got to see a lot of people and make connections in
I
the
was going to
community.
say, making connections and just sharing what you all have going on, but also just sharing information as well. And if folks want to, volunteer, getting in touch, things like that. So it's great to be out in the community like you all are.
Yeah.
Yes, we met in Leadership Frankfurt class with the Frankfurt Chamber. So Tasha mentioned the leadership class. That's several of us are in business in the community, and one thing that we're all trying to do is, the Evergreen's 2 years in business. We're sort of cash poor. That's what I tell people. But I can volunteer my time. I can share my event space. I can share a lot of things that don't make me have to give $100 or $300 because we just don't have it yet. So I just would encourage everybody. We're starting to meet people in the community through the Frankfurt Chamber, and just there's a way that you can donate your time, an hour to give a haircut, some of your event space for free, just something that you have. If you have some extra cookies that you've made as a bakery, that can go and help some of their clients, or they can resell those for something else. So there's lots of ways that we can do it without financially having to open our pockets if we have to.
And for people that aren't familiar with the Evergreen, it's in the old church.
It's It's actually right down from Bridgeport Christian Church. We're out in Bridgeport,
Okay.
off US 60.
Okay.
So it's a little ways out toward
Okay.
we're on West Frankfort, Evergreen Road, and our cafe is open 3 days a week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. From 9:30 to 1:30, we serve breakfast and lunch. You can rent event space from us from up to 150 people. And then we're trying to partner. And I think from this point forward, we'll probably focus on a lot of the homeless efforts in Frankfurt. They really are needing that right now. And it's the capital city. We should be doing really good things in that area, I think. So.
And
And I
what
just
better
want-
partner organization than
Yeah,
Simon House?
exactly.
Yeah, she's been great. And I just wanted to say a lot of people still think that we're closed because we did have to close that portion.
Yeah.
And that's why we're also going on here to let people know we are not closed. We are still here. We're still here to help with families with children, expectant mothers, and community members. We're not closing our doors.
Yeah. That's a good reminder for everybody, and they can follow you guys on Facebook, right? Facebook.com/SimonHouseKY or your website.
SimonHouseKY.org.
Awesome. And then from there, they can also get tickets to the Tea Party,
Yes.
which is coming up on August 8th, Thursday,
Thursday,
August 8th at
August
6
8th.
p.m. at the Evergreen. Ladies, thank you all so much
Yeah.
for
Thanks so
being here,
much
hanging
for
out with
having
us.
I
us.
really enjoy having
We're
you
going to
here.
leave treats
Yeah.
for you all.
Yeah.
Oh man! and thanks so much for the spritzer, and everything tastes amazing. So
Yeah, so good.
I fully encourage everybody to take advantage of that and get down there.
Yeah, for sure.